Welcome to the Liquid Late Nights podcast. The dream endures, but the work is not done. How you doing today, CD?
I'm fine. It's a little chilly here. I'm enjoying it. So I like it. It's MLK Day. Some other stuff is going on today too. So it's a lot. But I'm good.
All right, cool. Let's get into some stuff.
I saw. I was reading because I actually missed stuff. I don't know. What was I watching Saturday? I don't know. But I missed the Saturday Night Live. Anyway, so I was reading some stuff first thing Sunday morning. So I go to YouTube, of course, because they were talking about Dave Chappelle and watched his 17-minute monologue, which was pretty dope, if I can say that as a boomer.
Sure, go right ahead.
Yeah. So did you have a chance to catch it?
Yeah, I watched the whole 17 minutes the next day.
The man's delivery is dead on. Dead on. For a guy who didn't like him before, this man's stuff is just off the charts. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I thought he did a couple of things. He was when he told the story that the guy called him for doing it. He said he didn't want to do it. He said,
like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Then he goes, well, maybe I can dust off some old Trump jokes. He said, But then the guy got in some really nice stuff, and I just thought it was just incredible. You know what I mean? Even the part, I really admire what he was saying about when he quit his show. He said he was in the Middle East and just trying to figure out. You get far away from. I know what he was doing. You get as far away so you can look back in and get a better perspective on things. Because sometimes you're in it, you can't really see all this stuff. So he said at the same time, I guess former President Jimmy Carter was in that part of the world because he had a book out. It was out of controversy, and he wanted to go to the West Bank. And then the Israeli government was saying, like, well, we can't protect you. He goes, he went anyway. He said, we didn't get that over here. You know what I mean? I don't recall seeing it, but anyway. And I looked for stuff like that. But he was saying, like, the people was all over this man. And he had very little security. He said, man, people say he might not be a good president, but he's a great man. It was just awesome. He did his delivery was like, he's sitting there smoking and talking that smack, and hey, I just liked it. I liked it.
Yeah.
So, huh?
Yeah, it was good. Longest monologue ever. And I know why they asked him, because he did the one after the election the last time Trump got elected.
But he didn't want to do it. He said,
he didn't want to do it this time. He's like, I'm good. I'll wait. It's like, fine, I'll do it. But yeah, it was good. And most of the stuff of the episode was all right. I watched the Weekend Update as well, and that was funny.
But what he was saying, but the point he made in the end about the guy, the 47, is say, listen, whether people like you or don't like you, vote for you, didn't vote for you, it's still people going to have to depend on you because you have the position. The presidency is not just one person; it's a U.S. And I thought he was, when he delivered that like that, I said, you go there, Mr. Dave, because Dave is smooth. He said, dude, I hope you do better this time. Mm-hmm. No, he was that was just, huh?
Yeah.
The guy is like dead on. Now, if anybody got anything negative to say about that, they weren't listening because he was just being square.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything negative. I think everybody's pretty much on the same page, for the most part. Because you're just trying to get through, just trying to get through things.
Get through what?
Just get through it.
4 years? Well,
let's work on 6 months. Let's do baby steps, man.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I did nothing.
I just thought he was his points are he's so good at he's a political analyst, he's a comedian, but he's a very intelligent person when he gives his stuff. You know what I mean? And if you listen to it, I say, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Dave. I really like that. You know what I mean?
Do you think you didn't like him as much before when he was doing more of that kind of like step and fetch kind of comedy sketches he was doing either for his show or his things?
I just never really listened to him.
Okay.
I just never did. And so when I finally started listening to him, I said, my goodness, this guy, he's throwback to the old, like, he's like, what's that comedian from the 50s? Like a Lenny Bruce. His stuff is funny, but his stuff is hardcore, cutting to you. Hey, if you look between the rest of it, you might pick up something. You might learn something there. That's the kind of comedy he does. It's just I just think it's excellent. It's just so anyway.
Okay. Check it out on YouTube if you
I
can't
never
watch it
watched
live.
yeah, no, it's excellent. I never really watched it. So let me ask you a question. Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
How should I phrase this? To TikTok or not to TikTok? Is that the question? Now, if you want my unbiased, not very sophisticated opinion on this, I never thought TikTok was going anywhere, and I still don't think TikTok is going anywhere. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So everybody who lost the short Saturday night, let's be clear. TikTok turned it off themselves. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just want to they just want a reaction. They start their own flame, which to me was ingenious. Because everybody lost their mind and then turned it back on a few hours later. Now they got a reprieve they're on.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's one guy, there's a TikTok guy, but he might not be listening to TikTok for a while. This is an 18-year-old kid goes to his congressional office in somewhere in Wisconsin, someplace, and set it on fire. So he's probably going to prison about the TikTok thing. You didn't hear about that?
No.
The guy loses his mind Saturday night because TikTok is off. So he goes to his local congressman, one of these satellite offices, and set the building on fire.
Mm.
Destructing the government, federal property and stuff. Yeah, he's 19. He's probably 40 when he get out of prison.
Mm.
Anyway, the whole thing is like, because I'm listening this morning. I had to drive. I was driving from Tampa to St. Peter first thing this morning. So I'm listening to this program on the radio, and this guy, they had the whole 9 yards. TikTok this, TikTok that, and communist China, communist China. And when people start talking, they preface communist first, so everybody lose their mind. So I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Well, communist China can get all your data. They got the TikTok. It's a little late. How many people on TikTok in the U.S., continental U.S.? 170 million? Huh?
Yeah.
If they got it already, and they ain't giving it back. So let's be clear about that one. So whatever he's saying is not right. And I'm not even that. I'm not a tech guy. I'm just saying I think therefore I am. No,
Oh no, you're right.
I'm trying to get some.
But
I'm trying to get some pushback here someplace from you. What do you think?
Here's the thing. Yeah, it was a stunt. They need to play the game because they need to get the attention of the one person who didn't want it to happen, and now they want it to happen. Also, privacy and data concerns. If they were really concerned about privacy and data concerns, they would have actually did some real laws for that. The U.S.-owned social media companies have way more data from us, and they definitely already sold it to other people. So don't worry about China having you and stuff. They already sold our data. It's already out there. You're already getting targeted. This was never about China owning this.
I understand, but this guy this morning was saying some kind of nonsense like, "Well, yeah, they manipulate us and give us misinformation." I said, "Oh, come on, dude.
Have you been on Facebook?"
I read a book like, I don't know, when was it? What year is this? It was a long time ago. And it was before we got all this sophisticated stuff we have now. It was called Subliminal Seduction. Find that and they was just talking about the stuff they do in advertising, in the pictures and different stuff that in your mind's eye that you don't realize unconsciously you see it. So what we got now is all that kind of stuff on Warp Drive, Warp 9, actually. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the whole TikTok thing is like, if what they're saying, like, so maybe if somebody gets a piece or half a piece or a quarter from bike dance, all that means you put more money in Leon's pocket or Zuckerberg or some of these cats who had that kind of cheese to buy in on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Larry Ellison or some of these other people.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you get the public all charged up. It's just a lot. I want my TikTok, huh?
State-run media.
Huh?
State-run media.
But again, Saturday night the numbers was coming out. There's no TikTok anymore. I said, firstly, that happened that fast. You know what I mean?
They could turn off the servers. They
turned it. No,
I watched things turn because my friends started texting me like, "Oh, TikTok's down now." I'm like, "Oh no, it's still running for me, really." And I literally watched the app start slowing down. I'm like, "Oh, we stuttering. Wait a minute, how you?" And then all of a sudden, the first version of the thing popped up that said, We
But
down.
they did it to let everybody see the reaction was going to be when it went down,
Yeah.
which again, that's genius because we were like crack babies.
Well, they were stuttering for a couple of days leading up to it. People were making their final post. They were like, "Listen, there's been people I follow who have like millions and millions of followers. People who are, you know, either speak to audiences or they've built up these. They got followers. Like they're not influencers, but they're known on this platform. They're showing up, and they're doing their post. Like, listen, come follow me at these other places. We're gonna try to build this up again. This has been good, but I don't think it's coming back. We done. I don't know what y'all doing. Nobody seems to know what to do. And so there was levels of freaking out. There was like, it is
Yeah,
what
but
it
what I'm
is.
trying to say, if
I'll
these
see you on
people
the
got
other
those
side.
kind of followers and stuff, I'm not even into it. I knew when it wasn't going anywhere.
I think the problem was the uncertainty. The
Okay, let
uncertainty
me
of
say it one more
somebody
time.
saying for sure, yes, because your boy never said for sure
But
he was going to sign an order.
it's a tease. The guys are from what's the
They were
show he
all
had?
teasing. TikTok was teasing. He was teasing.
It's a tease. The guy's like, what's this dumb thing he was on before? You fired or whatever they called the show he had? You got to be kidding me. Plus, plus the kind of revenue that thing generates,
Yeah.
and also the investors who, the big money investors who have money, because it's not all Chinese that invested in TikTok. I mean, there's some deep pockets over here. So that's what I think. You got to be kidding me. Anyway, so TikTok lives on for what, 90 days?
At least 90 days.
Yeah, TikTok is not going anywhere. Okay.
If they announce a sale by the end of this month, I will not be shocked. If somehow, we're going to sell 50% to insert billionaire here, I will not be shocked. And everybody will be happy.
But that's
And Congress would not care. It was like, this is what we wanted the whole time, blah, blah, blah. Let's rescind it. Listen, it's money. Follow the money. And then get ready for fun. Who needs Truth Social? And you get TikTok.
You get X.
Nobody wants to hear about that. Everybody love TikTok. They don't love X.
All right. That's why I had the big question mark on. So I guess my question's been answered.
Stay tuned.
Again, this guy burned down his congressman's office building. That little fella's going to jail. I think he was from Wisconsin. He's like 19 or something. Look that up. It just
sounds like a dumbass.
Well, but we overreact at sometimes. Anyway, my bad.
I mean, is that a political protest? Is that a form?
No, he was mad because his TikTok was down. I don't know if it was political. He was mad because the congressman didn't whatever. You know what I mean? That's simple. Anyway, you're killing me, Smalls. I'll let that go.
Yeah, there. See, anywho, MLK Day. You got something up there like you went to?
No, I didn't see anything. I noticed prepping for a parade this morning. People doing what they normally do. I always got some good things to say about the good doctor, but it's just the guy has done some great work in the country. He did some great work. I have issues sometimes. I think what he stood for and what he done is marginalized and simplified to so sometimes I kind of stay out of it. Yeah, and so it's all good. I mean, it's just I was in St. Peter. They'll get ready for the parade this morning, which is fine. Some of my family members they've done some things on this side, which is good. I mean,
praise this weekend. I know the Fabulous Dundee one was Sunday. They did that through town on MLK Boulevard, and all weekend long, it's celebrations.
And everybody had all sideways. Some people were sideways because it came in it happened to coincide with the inauguration day this year. So I think it was fine. I think it's all the way worked together. It's confluent. We all should just understand how the country works. We're all in it. You know what I mean? The old controversy about inauguration, MLK Day, half-mast flags for the deceased former president James Earl Carter. So it's all can we all just get along in the immortal words of Rodney King? You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. Huh?
A confluence. That's how the calendar works. This is how we're at. This is what we do. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Right. Ain't that fine, but that's it. If you can tell yourself then and sleep, that's fine because I'm not sleeping very well. But that's on us, sir. In honor of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King and the great work he's done and his legacy here in the continental U.S. And it's all good. Again, I use your word, the co-op part. I'm not really a big fan of, and I would suggest people go out and actually read some of his works. The guy was brilliant. You know what I mean? As far as his books, I read one when I was like a young person, and it's called Chaos of Community. I read it a few years later when I had a little better knowledge of a little better education, and it was a whole different thing. I mean, but this man was brilliant. How he saw the country, how he was explaining it to people. And of course, when he lectured, he could explain it to people so lay people could understand. But if you read how he saw it, our relationship to the country as a black person or a so-called African American person, but he can address it. He addressed it in such a way that the government and come to the United States had to listen. But now we just what's the first thing people say? Yeah, I just want to honor Dr. King's dream. Really? And what was that? Please explain that to me. You know. Anyway, that's it. I don't want to don't get me all riled up. Don't.
Happy MLK Day, people.
Yeah, I'm just taking that out. Okay, so you put that back. I was taking it out. You put it back.
No,
Anyway,
no, yeah. Anyway,
I reaching back to LA Fire just for a quick second because things are starting to slow down a little bit, and it's just a lot, man. Going. I talked to a couple of friends of mine that live out there this week, and he said you have to be there to see this deal. You know what I mean? It looked like some major, atomic bomb went off in those areas like Palisades and Altadena. Because a friend of mine here, he's like from New Jersey. We were talking the other night. He was having a cup of coffee. He said, "Well, you got friends out there?" I said, "Yeah, lots." She said, "You know anybody?" I said, I know people that may have lived in the Palisades, but I'm not close in it. But I do know people that lived in Altadena." And I talked to my friend today. He said his house gone. Other friend, house gone. People living there for a long time. It's just, I said, what about Lake Avenue? I used to go when I lived in Pasadena with a barbershop and all this stuff, but then all the little restaurants and stuff, the sheriff station and stuff, gone. All that stuff is just level. And you talk about it, we watch on the news, people forget and just move on to their lives. Well, is the fire out yet? And like somebody else was telling me that they were reading on Reddit where people were rejoicing because it said rich people in California, that's what they deserve. And some far right people said, wow, them liberal people up there go, Sodom and Gomorrah, all this kind of craziness. You know what I mean? They are human beings, they are fellow countrymen, and we are hurting. It's just like you got to reach out to that. You know what I mean? But I was talking to my buddy, he said, man, I was crying. He said, just, it's what you gonna do? But it's there and it persists. Mm-hmm. So I just want to, shout that out, LA strong. It's we're still doing it. It's going to have an impact on, what did he tell me? The number for reconstruction for like $275 billion or some insane number like that. But you figure this, okay, if the houses are gone and all these businesses are gone, so the county and the state lose a tax base. Mm-hmm. Like say car dealerships and stuff and paying all that money, that's going to hurt, boss. It's going to hurt everybody. It's going to hurt municipal governments, state governments, and it's going to trickle down to everybody. It's going to hurt the United States because California is, and as far as the economy of the U.S., it's the engine that moves it. If California was a separate country, it rates someplace like 7th in the world in GDP. That's how much money it generates. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. You folks, out there someplace with your nonsense about super liberal California. That's what keeps us afloat. No, man. But yeah, I had to say that. I told my friend, I said, I'm doing the podcast again. I'll mention it. Just tell them. You know what I mean? Anyway, I don't want to be like Debbie Downer, but
organizations out there working, give to those working. I know they're going to do some charity concerts in about a week or so.
Yeah, the LA Fire one's a big one.
Yeah.
They got a lot of people that already signed up for that. It's going to be awesome. Yeah.
And listen, this is also not to be a downer. This is kind of where we're going to be looking at going forward in terms of climate change. We see it here in the South with hurricanes. And I'd like to say, as you see right now with these, big big cold fronts, but maybe not. This polar vortex is what it is. These big
Yeah, but
fires in
that's
California.
part of it.
Yeah, part of
What's
it.
going on right now with this storms and snow coming down into Florida this week?
It's going to be. I said there's going to be all the Texas beaches will have snow this week.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
all the Gulf Coast beaches. I heard
Yeah,
that.
on the Gulf Coast beach. Yeah,
Which means in the Gulf of Mexico, it's going to be some snow tomorrow.
right.
Which is like insane if you just think about it.
If y'all have not seen it, we've talked about it on this show, but if you've not seen The Day After Tomorrow,
Yeah,
go check that movie out.
Yeah, I've seen it like, I don't know, 5 times maybe.
Check that movie out.
I know it seems to an extreme, but we almost there now.
Yeah, I mean, you ramp it up for the action. Well, okay. All right. So
and forget about hold on a second. And forget about all the people saying that we're manipulating the weather and stuff like that. It's a government conspiracy. They manipulating the weather. They doing that, just trying to, you know what I mean? So anyway, I just try to put some light out. We killing people today. We too hard on them, but hey, I'm just reality of it is. I was watching Weather Channel today. The snow thing is down into northern Florida. You know, Texas has been for the last 10 days or so. Like I talked to my people in Texas, man, we got 2 inches of snow and we ain't going nowhere.
Ice and sleet on the roads in Jacksonville. These people ain't gonna know what they're doing up there. I want to leave the house. Nope. Don't even try to drive it. Y'all can't drive when it's raining in Florida.
But people say, well, I'm moving. Where are you gonna move to? Jump off the planet? You got that spacecraft built yet? What's that place? What that movie was? Elysium?
I heard Costa Rica's nice.
For now.
For now.
Anyway.
All right. We're gonna go into some sports. We'll leave it alone. No sense in dwelling on the other events of today. But it does kind of fit into the weather. Because all these games this week, except for like one game, right? Had snow just started and it just kept coming down.
Well, the Washington game, Detroit game was just cold, but it didn't have snow.
Yeah. Because they were inside in the.
Oh, I didn't dare.
They're Ford Field.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
But they probably should have a little snow. Could have slowed down Jaden Daniels. But
yeah, that too. That would have helped.
That was something else, boss. That kid is special, dude. Don't scare me with the Washington Commanders, boss. Don't scare me. They look really, really good, huh?
You get new owners, new GM, new coaches. All of a sudden,
yeah, but dude, that guy's a rookie, number 2 pick last year. But his talent, his ability to move and do things, oh my goodness, he is something to watch. I was saying that a few weeks back. Well, when he beat the Bucks too, of course, last week too. But it's like I watched him like maybe a month or two ago. I said, man, I got a new guy. Like, he can play. Now those games yesterday, the one in was it Philly?
Yeah, Philly.
Wow. It was good, but it was good to the bitter end though. It was nice, but it was cold, boss man.
You're used to that at the end of the season. This is what if these kind of teams make it in, this is what you're gonna see.
Yeah, because if you got the northern teams, because they can play. Because that's what I thought about. I said, wait a minute, the Philly's gonna win because they're playing at home. Who do they play? The Rams.
The Rams.
The Rams come from LA. They're playing in LA. They air conditioned. They bus was frozen by halftime. They were like done. They were like, can I get back to Southern California? I need some tacos. You know what I mean?
They kept cutting. They got Philly cheesesteaks. They got Philly cheesesteaks. Those things they kept cutting to them in the like.
I know they kept showing it. They were showing them. I was getting hungry, dude, just looking at them. But I said, man, but if you're an LA guy, you're like, dude, man, I need a bean burrito right now. Oh my goodness,
bean burrito don't hit right at 2 below. They're gonna do nothing for you.
But the game was actually it was good, but the Rams was just they was cold, dude. They was like, what do you want? Huh?
Saquon just, oh Lord, that man.
Yeah, this guy was like, yeah, he was running his crazy head off. You know what I mean?
That's all he does. That's all he can do. Giants fans looking at him like, why did we let him go? Because you were dumb.
Because you're dumb. That's a typical New York football team. But anyway, did I say that loud? Anyway. The second game was the AFC divisional game. I forgot who played. It was Buffalo
and Baltimore.
Baltimore froze too.
which they
They got
shouldn't have.
well, they did with the kind of mistake. What's his name? Laid an egg, man. The guy in love. What's his name?
uh, Andrews had a
No, the
turnover. Yeah,
quarterback.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar. Listen, Lamar throws some beautiful passes, but he had some eggs too. He dropped one ball, he threw one in the sub. He had like 3 turnovers himself. What
Yeah,
you in a playoff game, you can't turn the ball over, boy. You're going home.
and they don't normally even do that. So that
But
was.
they don't. But no, so they were frozen.
Mhm.
You went to Buffalo. You ever been to upstate New York in the winter? The lake effects? The Erie? Yeah, it's Lake Erie.
No, wait a minute. Whoa. I thought they were in, no, I
Were
thought they
they
were
in
in.
Baltimore?
I thought they were in Baltimore. Baltimore was a higher seed. Thought.
Well,
And now people are
they
gonna hate.
froze on
Now
their
people are
own
hating on
field.
us.
Well, they froze on their own. I don't care. They still
Yeah.
froze on their own field. I don't care what who hate on me. Come on back.
Yeah,
All I'm
good
saying is
games.
they were cold.
That Chiefs Texans game, which only one, the last one we were about. I don't know how they do it. There's rumors on the internet how they do it. I don't know how they do it. They still. I don't know if I want to see them keep going. I want to see the Chiefs win again this year.
Okay, dude.
Am I hating? Is that maybe a hate?
No,
I don't
okay.
know.
Where's Highmark Stadium?
That
Orchard
is
Park, New York. They were in Buffalo
okay.
because the Buffalo fans were sitting there, and then I'm like, you got advantage always. If you're playing the Buffalo this time of year, boss man, doing this cold, and Lamar looked like it. He's like, can I get another jacket? To me, I mean, it wasn't it was actually a very good game because they gave him a
Yeah.
scare down to the end, but yeah, they had made too many mistakes. I enjoyed both those games up there. It was excellent. And I don't really like a lot of football, but this time of year, get some good stuff.
Playoffs.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. But
Well, no. Okay. I look at it like this: the way you feel about the NFL and then getting into playoffs and being excited about it. Kind of way I feel when the NBA gets into playoffs. Like I'm a little more excited about the playoffs. I just like the playoffs. Like it just sounds all of a sudden you just kind of.
no,
I don't know if the
yeah,
level
okay.
elevates or something like
Yeah,
that.
no, the guys, the teams that are left, they are left for a reason. They're the better teams.
Mm-hmm.
Now they were saying why Detroit kind of lost because they had been losing players. They had a lot of injuries, but didn't show. But once you get down to this level, then it shows because they could. If you let the Commanders score 45 points on you, but you ain't playing no D. Because I watched the first quarter, like, wait a minute, is anybody gonna play a little D here? So I had no food, so I said, well, I'm trying to wait till halftime. I walk over to the place and pick up a pizza and come in and watch the second half of the game. So I leave, I get there, I'm sitting at the place waiting for my pizza, and they're still scoring. It's still the second quarter. It was fun to watch. Who was playing D? If you can explain that to me, inquiring minds want to know who was playing D.
Nope.
Any smart person out there who want to jump on me, who was playing D? I'm just letting them know because I've been reading all the stuff he's saying about me and stuff. Hey, it don't bother me. I'm putting it out there. Huh?
No,
It was
nope, nope.
excellent. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was the games were fun. So now we're set. Who's doing what next week? We have the Bills playing in Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
And the Commanders are in Philly. And put some metal detectors from the people walking to the Philly Stadium because we want them to be, because I think the Commanders are going to go in there and win that one. I'm going with Washington. I had also fallen my sword for this one because I had picked Detroit Lions for all of it, and they kind of got their head, So I got to get a new team, and I'm not a front runner. I just think there's something special about the Washington Commanders and that the kid they got. So I'm going Washington, and I know I like Philly. I've always liked Jaden Hurts from back in the day when he was with Alabama, but it's something different about what these young cats are doing right now in Washington. So
Okay.
I'm going on a limb there.
All right. Who you like with Chiefs Bills?
Oh gosh.
Are you staying with Tay Tay? You staying with Tay Tay, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm
I
kind
knew
of.
it.
What am I supposed to do with that, boss?
Is she brought Caitlin with her this weekend too?
Really?
Yeah. Or
I didn't
Caitlin,
see that.
she brought Caitlin. Yeah, it's her and Caitlin Clark in the booth in the box this
I
for
didn't
that
see
game.
it. Oh, yes, I did. I didn't know who that was though. I remember them now. Oh, embracing and having a good time because a
Yeah,
tall, dark haired woman. Yeah, okay. So
yeah,
I kind of glanced it, but I was too into the game at that point.
yeah, yeah.
I was like
They
some
they
young
got to be
women
fun.
that
Yeah,
wasn't my.
you were about the sports. I understand. You were
I was about the
focused
sport.
the dynamics, the strategy of the game.
It was great. So
Well,
and
that's what you
Mahomes was getting this thing done, and so was Tay-Tay's
Kelsey. Yeah,
who
waiting for him to show up all week, all season. He finally
he
started showing
showed
up.
up the other day, boss. What's this new funky dance he got right now? What do you think he all that now?
Everybody trying to do a dance this season.
Well, football players, they probably have. See, they can't take the helmets off because they get penalized, so they just act goofy. And
Did
then
you
the
see
other
this?
guys,
Did you see the snow angels?
yeah, I was just gonna say, it's just NFL, no fun league. Let the guys take a helmet off so people can see them, so they don't have to do goofy stuff, backflips and stuff, and break their back and stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's all I know. What do I know?
Last hit because it's getting ready to start a little bit behind us. A national championship game. Notre Dame, Ohio State. Ohio State is 8.5 points spread on this.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I can't really say too much. I haven't. Well, I watched a couple of Ohio State's game, but Notre Dame. I got a couple of people who are good friends of mine going with the Irish, so I may have to stay with the Irish on this one. Yeah, so
So they got to come correct because if they let Ohio State get ahead and start pounding them, they ain't coming back. They on a mission. They mad. They still mad from Michigan. I'm telling you, they still mad from losing to Michigan.
well,
All it takes is some motivation.
get over it. Get over it.
Now next year, listen, you got to win. You got to win it all because you didn't beat Michigan. If they lose and you didn't beat Michigan, I mean, anyway. All right, but good luck all around. I think that might be all we got.
No. So hold on a second. So
You
when is
want
the Super Bowl? The ninth
the Super Bowl? Yeah, the ninth.
after this weekend, and then you got the Pro Bowl is the second.
Yeah,
I'm
which
just
I'm still trying to figure out because it's the I was going to bring this up, but not. So it's in Orlando again. They're doing the skill stuff one day, and then they're going to do the flag football game on like the actual like Sunday, whatever.
yeah. So you
I
just
just can't figure out if it's at the full stadium or if it's going to be at
everybody going
UCF's
out to the
arena.
Mouse House and have some fun.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
good time.
I'm
But,
just I'm waiting. I'm counting down the days so we get to a real sport. So the NBA can get going. You guys can stop it so we can get on because the season is actually going good right now. We got some good stuff happening, but we can't. You can't get around these hard knocks guys. So give us another couple of weeks. We got this. Huh?
I saw it's just a side note, just because I saw the commercial, it was funny, and I didn't realize they'd gone, but I guess they had been. NBA's coming back to NBC in the fall. I saw a
Yeah.
commercial in the advertising. Yeah.
It's some streaming deal. It's all kind of
Well,
deals.
yeah, they said NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Yeah.
So they're going to give you some games on both, just to because you got to feed the streaming machine. But you play that song all over again.
Well, we going for the champ. I need a little help with my boys so we can try to we can see if we can get a feel for something. But there's some strong teams out there right now. Cleveland is really on it. In the West, it's Oklahoma City Thunder, but then Oklahoma, dude, I can't see them. Man, I shouldn't say that out loud. But anyway, Boston is still Boston, but they kind of struggling a little bit because they read their own press clippings and stuff. So they'll be okay. I mean, forget about Philly. You know what I mean? My Lakers, we stumbling around in fifth place. We were like, yeah, we got beat by like the Clippers last night. So,
Ooh,
his first game in the Intuit Center last, which is awesome though. They had got a chance to see the Clippers new arena. I got to give them that. It's a nice venue in Inglewood there. So that was a big deal last night. So, but yeah, it's the Warriors. Well, Knicks, forget it. But anyway, never mind. The Knicks are okay. I got a good friend, the Knicks, man. I said it for him. If you listen to the podcast, he'll be all silent. Why you do that, Curtis? Well, you put down my Knicks. They got the big.
To be fair, you put down all the New York teams. Doesn't matter the sport.
Because it's something about what they do there, boss. No, why? Because the fans are locked in. The fans always come. You mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't bring up Jet fans because they're like, I'm not doing it. I'm leaving it just alone. That's
Okay,
anything but that.
nope, you're going just alone. You know what?
I can go.
Nice.
I just come down the map a little bit to the on the eastern seaboard and just talk about the Ravens right now, stuff like that. Because they laid an egg yesterday, huh? But they can move on over to Washington because the Commanders are here to stay, boys and girls. All right, fine. I'm just having
Boys, a new
fun.
stadium.
I'm just having fun right now, so I'll just leave that to be.
All right, all right, all right, all right.
We got any movies, anything that's going on we can talk about?
And Captain America: Brave New World's out on Valentine's Day. Tickets,
I
pre-sale
saw some
tickets went on
trailers.
sale.
It seemed kind of awesome.
Yeah, seems.
I like how they did this pick on like, well, you know, you're not Steve Rogers. And then how in the world to get Harrison Ford in Marvel?
I think they just went and asked him because he's playing the guy that not William Dafoe. I'm going to make sure I get his man because the man passed away. Make sure I got this right. William Hurt played him all whenever that character showed up in previous Marvel movies. William Hurt played him. William Hurt passed away, so I guess they went to Harrison and said, "Hey, can you do this?" And he's coming through. So yeah, it gives some gravitas. He's doing
No,
all
it
the stuff.
does.
He's got
Right?
1923. He's doing TV. He's got
Yeah,
this
I'm
one
not
going
watching
on. He's got
1923,
what
but
is it? Shrinking, which is like on Apple TV Plus, Apple Plus.
well, Severance or
No,
Shrinking?
Shrinking. This is like a comic, not a full on like laugh track comedy, but it's like a funny situational workplace situational show that he's on.
I'll pass.
He's in all the stuff. I don't know, man.
Did you read about there's a spinoff for John Wick with Donnie Yen?
Yeah. So can y'all know I still haven't watched all the John Wick movies, right?
Well, that's sad. That's sacrilege, dude.
It's on the list, man. I got a list of movies I got to do. I haven't seen. It. I know I like Donnie. Anytime I see him in something, he's great. So it should be good. I just haven't watched the John. I just haven't. I'll get there.
I can't even believe that.
Wow. We've talked about this.
I understand that, but I'm still in shock again.
I am not. I am. You know, I'm not proud of it.
You shouldn't be. John Wick is never mind. I let that be. Anyway,
I get that.
The Night Agent second season is starting, I think, the 23rd, which I'll be watching that. I'm still ticking myself down on the agency, which is excellent. They drop an episode every Friday, but it's just slow, but it's good. It's very good on Paramount Plus. You haven't seen any of that either? It's really good. They got
Yeah,
no, they have they have some vintage great actors. You got Richard Gere, Jeremy Wright. These guys are top flight actors for the last 20, 30, 40 years in this particular series. They're not playing. It scares you, boss.
mm-hmm.
Anyway.
You know the other. So in that same vein, though, Sterling K. Brown's got a show coming out, kind of along that same line called Paradise. I've seen trailers for that, and he's playing like a Secret Service agent, and there's some side conspiracy going on. That's coming to Hulu in March.
I know. I think it was Sterling K. Brown.
No, January. Sorry, end of January.
Well,
There's a lot of spycraft.
we're in that world right now.
Okay.
Oh no.
You're right. You're right.
We're in that. I mean, stuff like Lioness. It's like not. It's the other end of spycraft stuff. But these guys are like the tip of the spear because they finna go in and you come up messing around with them. And so it's a lot of good stuff out there right now that's doing this. And I like it because it's intense. I like espionage and stuff like this instead of just random serial killers type movies. I can do without that. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And for a while they was making revenge movies. You kill my family, I'm gonna kill everybody. You know, that kind of those. It was a bunch of them. Everybody made one. The guy was like mad and he turned into a superhero. It was like the Taken movie. I love the Taken movies, but once Taken was a hit, everybody followed suit with some kind of vengeful, mad about you type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we live in that kind of world right now. We probably need some, black ops kind of stuff, huh?
I was gonna say therapy.
Well, we need that too. That's a whole another issue. Anyway, I don't know.
Then.
Boys and girls, I don't know what we did here today. We were waiting for some other stuff that didn't come up. I know today's an inauguration day, so we just turned up a new president. He gave a length speech. I was too busy. I didn't see it. So, but we're good. Hopefully, this is going to be a good year for us. The next 4 years, it's going to live our lives and be as American citizen. In the immortal words of Rodney King, let's all just get along. I just rephrase it a bit, but it's like this is what this is. It's winning time. We have competition out there on the global scale. We trying to get us a piece of TikTok and all this kind of stuff. I'm just telling you the truth. Really? Huh?
Everybody got a piece of TikTok.
We want some BYD, huh? Look that up.
Oh, geez. Okay. All right. I'm out of the
BYD is the largest automobile company that's coming out of China right now. With Chinese are not in the continental U.S. because we're not letting them in. That's another story.
All righty.
Unless we get a piece.
The art of the deal. All right. So,
did you just say the art of the deal? I read that book a long time ago. That's before I knew there was a ghostwriter. That's another story. Huh?
So, thank you for listening to the Liquid Late Nights podcast on all your streaming platforms. Like and subscribe. YouTube.com/Liquid Late Nights. LiquidLateNights.com. We out. Peace. Merchandise coming soon. Bye.